gotta fight to win. Fight to win. Fight to win. I'ma say it again. You gotta fight to win. Fight to win. It ain't over till it's over. It's about to begin. I'm so dedicated.
Good morning. Thank you for joining and tuning in to Endie Fiya's Monday Motivation. This is your man Causso, the My Struggle is My Strength motivational speaker. I hope that everyone had a great weekend. I want to say thank you to all of the essential workers, all of the nurses, all of the doctors, all of the hospitals, all the truck drivers, everybody that's helping to keep this thing moving forward. Before we get started, I'd like to thank Endie Fiya for giving me this opportunity to speak. You can tune in to her show at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays for music, entertainment news, and daily inspiration for everyone. You can go to Blog Talk Radio /Endie Fiya. That's ENDIE. Fiya is FIYA. Check it out, guys, and tell a Causso sent you. And we kicked off our Head First series discussing mind management. And in that first episode, we discussed how your mind is your greatest asset. And you can manage your mind by first being responsible for what goes into your mind and what also goes out of your mind. And in week 2, we talked about seeds. Everything starts with a seed. Everything starts with a seed. We talked about the law of sowing and reaping. You reap what you sow, whether you're speaking positively or negatively. You're planting seeds with your words. And lastly, we talked about how it's better to give than receive. Not just financially, but also giving your time and giving your energy. And if you miss these episodes, I highly suggest that you go back and you listen. And you can go back and listen on Blog Talk Radio /Endie Fiya. That's right. All right. This week we'll be subsetting the series with the title called Discipline. And I believe that it's imperative to look your best, to feel your best, to be your best, and also to fulfill your life's purpose. But, that's not always easy. There will always be, distractions and things that come up and things that happen out of the blue. Maybe there are things that you didn't see coming, and those things, they will attempt to hinder you from fulfilling your purpose. But, like I said, it's not always easy because it demands something from you. It really demands discipline, right? Discipline determines your destiny. It determines your trajectory, right? Discipline is also the things that you don't want to do to get the results that you want to achieve. And even now where things are happening and everything is kind of crazy, right? And like, if you really pay close attention, it's kind of evident that people are not really living a disciplined life, and the truth is we really don't like discipline. Like I said, it's not easy. However, discipline determines and has a major impact on your destiny. Now, I'm not talking about the afterlife. I'm talking about right here, right now on earth. And this life that we live, it requires discipline from us. It actually is the bridge between who you are and who you want to become. And whatever you're disciplined about in your life, that will determine the value you place on it. If you don't place value on a particular goal, you won't work hard at it and you won't be disciplined. If you're not disciplined about what you eat, about what you consume, if you're not disciplined about what you watch and about what you listen to, that will have a major impact on your life. All right. Point number 1, accountability. Accountability is imperative. Listen to me. It is imperative that you hold yourself accountable. Let's just say, if you have a goal, or if there's something that you want to achieve, is probably a pretty good idea that you get like a friend or a coach or a accountability partner that keeps and holds you accountable to that goal. And as a result, you're then more likely to attain success with that and be more motivated. And I know this to be true because if I consume foods that will cause inflammation in my body will react violently. And I really don't want that. So I just use my willpower and I hold myself accountable not to eat those things, no matter how good it looks, no matter the temptation. And if you're trying to achieve a result, let's say, for example, if you're trying to tone up, if you're trying to get a six-pack or whatever it is, your actions have to be in coherence with that goal, not just sometimes, but consistently. And the reality is, you can either choose the pain of discipline, or you can choose the pain of regret. And discipline, it determines your temperament. Like how you respond to moments and decisions. Like you just you just can't say anything that comes to mind. You have to have some kind of restraints. And discipline also determines your tenacity. It determines how far you want to go and how far you're willing to push, even in the midst of adversity. Discipline, it gives you that grit to push forward. Nobody wakes up after 8 hours of sleep or 6 hours of sleep, however many hours of sleep you get. Nobody wakes up and accidentally becomes successful. Or let's say a bodybuilder, let alone competes and win a bodybuilding competition. They spend countless hours strategizing and setting boundaries to, kind of accomplish that goal. And if someone had a desire to lose weight, they don't accidentally, just lose the weight. Like the weight doesn't just accidentally fall off. They have a plan, or even let's just say getting a degree. You invest time and countless hours, staying up and turning in assignments late and turning in projects. You have to be intentional, and you can cultivate this by being self-disciplined. Self-discipline is something that you practice. It is a personal training that develops self-control and character. And self-discipline, it has to happen in your mind first. It is the belief that drives the behavior in order for the change to remain. I personally believe self-discipline is not just about forcing yourself to do something. In fact, research shows that if you tie a reward or a benefit to your goal, then you're more likely to stick with it. So let's just say if you decide to be on a strict diet for 6 days, like you grinding out, you going hard for 6 days, you reward yourself on the 7th day with maybe you might like kind of slack off your diet a little bit. Or if you're working extremely hard on a project for a couple days, for 6 days, on that 7th day, you take that day off as a reward to kind of treat yourself for all the hard work that you have done. And as we're recapping, point number 1, accountability. Is a great idea that you get a friend or a coach or a partner or somebody that can keep you accountable and will hold you accountable to the goal. Point number 2, you must be intentional. You must be intentional. Nothing happens accidentally. Nothing just falls out of the sky into your lap. You have to take action. And you can cultivate this by self-discipline. And it is best to tie a reward or benefit to your goal, to complete that goal. I want you guys to join us next week in the continuation of our Head First series. This is your man, Causso. You can follow me on Instagram at ms_is_ms. I hope everybody has a phenomenal week. Hope everybody stays safe. Please wear your mask. There are individuals out there like myself that has weak immune systems. So please wear your mask. And remember that saving lives starts with you.